Assalamu alaikum, it's me Rayhanul Islam, ID 2306089. My project partner is Samia Prionti, ID 2306090. Now I am presenting my app image recognition based on numerical feature extraction and similarity measures. First we need to know what our app actually is. In our app, we can detect unknown images by comparing it against a fixed reference dataset. First, no machine learning or AI is needed. What we do is simply take an input, extract the feature from the test image, and check the similarities across our reference dataset, and then shows the match result. If we run our program, we can simply see that our app interface is very simple. There are all the controls in the left section, and on the right there is a huge blank space. In this blank space, here in the side we see the test images, and on the other side we see the best match result that is found here. And below this there is a graph which shows the match score result with the test images with all the images that is present in our reference dataset. Okay, if we come back to our control panel, there are 3 push buttons. They work very simply, they work according to their names, and below this there is a threshold slider. I think it is one of the most important feature of our app. What it actually does, it actually gives us the flexibility to choose the minimum accuracy level. Based on that, our app will work. We can change it in real time when running the recognition. And one of the main features that makes our app unique, I think, is that the status, what it actually shows. For example, here we can see that it shows us ready. What does it mean? It means that our app is ready to run. We can now upload the dataset or load the test image and run recognition. It changes step by step and time to time. It shows what is actually happening to our program, what is actually going on. Is the dataset folder is uploaded successfully, is the test image is uploaded successfully, or everything is going well. If there is any error, it will simply show us here. Now I want to show our dataset folders. For the dataset, we have created a dataset like this: dataset actor, dataset actress, or dataset enemy. We can increase the number of dataset. We can, if we want, there is no boundary for the number of dataset we use. We simply give one dataset per time for the image recognition app. If we click any of this dataset, like this one, we will see something like this. There are 7 to 8 subfolders or 10 subfolders in this section, and under this subfolder there are 4 to 5 images of a same person but in different scenarios. Okay, what our dataset actually is, in the our program takes the person according to their name of the subfolders and use the images that is under the subfolder as reference images, and when you give test images, it simply matches the result with the reference images. Okay, you can ask me that is there any limitation or any regulations for selecting the subfolders or number of images per person. I would simply say no, but we suggest to keep the number between 10 subfolders and 4 to 5 images per person. If you ask me why, I would say that if we look closely to our app, here we can see that we are showing a graph that shows the match scores with all the images that is present in our dataset folder. If we increase the subfolder or increase the number of images, the bar graph will look congested and it will not be very pleaseful to see that. So that's how we recommend our user to use 7 to 10 subfolders and 4 to 5 images for folders. Now I'll demonstrate how our app will actually work. Okay, first we click this button and it will simply shows us a pop-up like this. We can select an dataset according to our will. We are selecting this for this time. Okay, if the dataset is loaded successfully, that status will be changed like this, and it now shows that the dataset loaded successfully. That means our app has successfully detected the dataset folder. Now we need to load the test images. If we click this button, it will show us it will tell us to select an images. As we are on fixed dataset, we will select an image from the existing dataset that we have uploaded. If we select an image from here, if the test image is recognized by the app, it will show the test image loaded and the preview will be seen here. Then we need to adjust the minimum accuracy level. We suggest our user to keep this level from 95 to 100% because we are working in a fixed data set, and the accuracy from 95 to 100% will be most suitable for this. If we hit the run recognition, it will show us the corresponding best match result, which was also Louis. Which is also Louis, and we can see the match scores of all the other images from our data set here. You can now relate what I have said earlier, that if we increase the number of images, the thing will look congested, nothing more than this. From here we can see that only one image has crossed the match score from our threshold level. The red line is our threshold level, and below this there will be no result found from, and above this it will show as the best match result. Okay, now if you ask me that it can it detect any images of the same person that is not present in the data set, I would simply say no, because it's our limitation. We have cleared first that we are working on a fixed data set, and we are working using similarity measures and numerical feature extraction methods. Using these methods, we cannot use any other images that is not present in our data set and detect it with our app. For this we need machine learning or AI involvement, and for this we need at least 200 or 300 images per person, and the functions that we are currently using will be not able to detect the images. For this, for example, we are using here Euclidean distance and correlation function value, but if we want to detect images in real time, we must need to use cosine or other machine learning process to detect it clearly. And if you ask me then that if a image that is present in the data set in color format, and we give the same image as input but in grayscale format, will it work? I would say yes, and I will show a demonstration. Here is an image that is present in our app but in in color, but we have converted it to grayscale, and we'll give this as an input. Here you can see the image is in grayscale, and if this time we hit the run recognition, it will successfully detect the images from the data set and show the folder name. This is happening because we have optimized our app in such a way that it can detect any images in any format, and after detecting the images under this section of load dataset folder, here it first detects the images that is present in any form. We have included almost any format that can be available. Then it makes the images in a fixed arrangement. First it converts into grayscale here, then it makes them a fixed size, it fixed the resolution, and then it extracts the feature from the images and it stores in vector. Same happens for the load test images. It also converts it in grayscale first, then extract the feature and load in the vector. Then in the run recognition button here, it compares both the Euclidean distance and the correlation value, and based on this it gives us the match result. It's a very simple program. And if we give something that is totally out of this thing, not related to our data set, like a simple plain square on a paper, and hit the run recognition, it will simply say no match result found. And here we can see that again it is not an picture of an human or any object, it is matching 50 to 60%. Why it is happening? It is happening because we are working with Euclidean distance and correlation. Here we are also working with grayscale images. In grayscale images there is only two colors, one is black and one is white. As we can see that in every image there is a lot of white parts, and in every image there is a lot of black parts. And what is happening here in this image, test image, there is a square in black and a lot of white space. It is missing the white space and the black space. It is not able to detect the corner of the images. It is simply comparing the white space of here and the test and the images of the dataset folder, and it found a lot of messages. That's why it is showing that 50 to 60% message. Okay, is there any way to fix it? I think yes, we can change the algorithm and use the cosine formula and other machine learning to fix this. As it is not our objective, and we have clearly said that our object is to make an image recognition app based on fixed dataset and using only numerical feature extraction and similarity measures. That's why this app suits the most using these theories and these functions. This app is almost quite perfect, and by using this app we can use it as an OCR or an inventory management app where the images of the things are quite similar and that will be loaded, and after giving a test images it will show the folder name or the place name where it is kept, like this. That's all from me and my project partner. Thank you.